TimeEnds Radio. What have you been up to, dude?
Going bald.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, I'm serious.
Let me see it.
I don't think you can, but it's all here.
Oh, that's not
going away.
No, that's not bad. You know what? You can get a nice Sicilian cut.
I was thinking of just doing what the worst president in the world ever did. Just staple your hair back to your head and hope to God that it doesn't fly away.
Or you can do the I Love Lucy treatment.
Oh yeah.
Treatment, Ricky. Treatment. So you watch any films recently? Have you done any? Tell me what you've been up to. I haven't really talked to you in a long time. We should get a beer together soon.
We should.
I'm actually having whiskey right now.
Oh, nice.
Jameson.
I've watched a few films.
Anything you like?
You know what? I actually thought Wonder Woman wasn't terrible. I know a lot of people didn't like it.
What, 84?
Yeah.
Why did people like it? I liked it.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. People think it's a mess.
How?
I don't know. Everybody's judgy about everything. I thought the story was interesting. I liked the Mandalorian who was in it, so that was pretty cool.
Do you think it's because they changed the origin of the characters? Like,
maybe. They just said it wasn't like the plot wasn't set up well. And I think that they should have had more of Cheetah. I mean, I know she was in the entire movie, but they really didn't have her until the last act, and I kind of felt like they could have done more with her.
Did you feel cheated?
Kind of. Did you see the post-credit scene?
Of course. Dude, the whole opening scene to the film, I felt like they were paying a homage to her. Like, it felt like I was watching the original series, like how they moved, what's her name? Gal Gadot? Whatever.
Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot, thank you. Like, if it had that feeling and the color grading, too. Overall, I think it's a great... I'm not saying this because I'm a DC schmuck. I thought it was a very well done film.
March 21st, 2021.
I know. My dick is hard.
4 hours. It's a 4-hour film.
Oh, it's 4 episodes, right?
It's not a TV series. It's not a mini series because they would have to pay the actors for each episode, and they can't do that.
I thought they were. That's why they broke it down to 4 episodes.
They changed that. Zack Snyder came out and said, "No, this is a 4-hour film."
Damn.
And it better not be a 4-hour film with only 2 minutes of extra film footage in it.
Well, yeah, originally it was almost 3 hours with the extended cut I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, because it was an extra half an hour. Oh, okay, it's 2.5 hours.
But I mean, Whedon rewrote like half the script, so I'm wondering, all this stuff is original. I'm curious what he's changing per se.
Well, I know he's adding stuff.
Right, but some article that he was talking to, he said it was only 2 minutes of filming. That doesn't make any sense to me.
So he's just filming Jared Leto for 2 minutes?
Yeah, that's what I don't think so. I think there's a lot more to it that people just don't know, and I think he's keeping hush-hush.
Well, I don't know, because if you followed the original script he did and the original, plans, I remember, oh my God, Silent Bob, what's his real name? Oh my God.
Kevin Smith?
Thank you, Kevin Smith. He had a podcast or a vodcast, I should say, and they were talking about the versions they saw, the unfinished version, where they plugged in storyboards instead of the actual footage because they didn't film it. And that's why they were like, no, you actually see Darkseid. Darkseid shows up for majority of it. But from what I heard, from my understanding, is that he combined part 2 and part 1 together. That's why it's 4 hours.
I think so, or maybe pieces of it, because I know he's not going to do a sequel He might do Man of Steel sequel if they can get him to do it.
I thought he
But
already was.
no, he came out and said he's done with Justice League. He can't. He wants to make other projects, and unless they can lock him in or they give him more money to make more, I don't think he's going to do it.
That's
But
a crying
technically,
shame.
they're just gonna wait to do Justice League 2 because they're gonna reboot. They're turning everything into a multiverse. Everything is now connected. The TV shows, the
Yeah,
movies,
I read
the
about that.
double Batmans in the Flash movie, Keaton and Ben Affleck. Because Ben Affleck's not coming back after he's doing a couple of cameos, I think, but he's not. He's not getting his own series. He's not doing another Batman movie. We are getting another actor taking over his role as Batman, and that will go on to do. We'll end up having two Batman franchises playing at the same time. So we'll
But
have.
I thought he signed in to do the series with HBO Max. I totally don't
He
get that.
did not sign into that. That was just speculation and rumor.
Why is he
Nothing
not
was
doing
double
it?
confirmed.
What the hell? Why is he not doing it?
I don't know. The only
Son of
reason
a
he took the
bitch.
role to begin with was because his son is in love with Batman and he owns his own Batcave.
Yeah.
But I think due to his drinking and other things, I think he needed to take a break. And he's one of the best directors out there.
I thought, whoa, hold on. I got to look this up. I swear I just read somewhere that he's been sober for like 3 months and he's ready to do.
He signed on for I think a few. I think this is honestly his send off as the Flash movie. I think that's the last time we're going to see Ben Affleck as Batman.
Seriously?
I think, yeah.
He's
And
the best.
Keaton has signed
He's
on
the
for
best Batman.
multiple cameos in other DC films.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel that they brought back Keaton?
Well, I mean, he's going to his universe. And then on top of that, I think they're quietly working on a Batgirl movie, a
Yeah,
Nightwing movie,
I heard about that.
and a possible Batman Beyond movie.
I heard about that also.
And there's also HBO Max is rumored to be making a sequel series to the Batman animated series
Dude, HBO
with Kevin
Max is
Conroy. So
he's
we'll see what happens with that.
HBO Max is like taking over, dude. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, well, they're logistically working out all the bullshit that they came under fire for with Godzilla and Dune and everything, because Legendary and a lot of other people were really pissed off at them because they didn't tell anybody that they were going to release their entire 2021 slate on both the streaming service for 1 month the same day it's coming out in theater. And they didn't pay for a good portion of those films. They paid for half of them. 70% of Dune was paid for by Legendary.
But
Same with Godzilla.
yeah, but what's the problem with that when you know half of America is gonna go to the movie theater anyways because COVID is
Well,
a myth.
they're going to die a horrible death watching a nice movie.
I don't see what the problem is. That's the way to go.
No. I got vaccinated.
Nice.
My arm hurts, and I'm probably slowly turning into a zombie, like you said.
I swear I won't hunt you down.
Oh, don't kill me like they did in Zombieland.
No. See, I made a vow to myself when everybody that got the shot turns into a zombie, I will only stun you guys, and I will make sure that you guys are far away from me, and you're someone else's problem to kill.
I'm probably gonna end up like the guy from Shaun of the Dead, where they just tie me up into the basement and I just play video games anyways.
That'd be rad. I'd do that. No, Matt, no. I am not food. You eat that person.
Right.
So let's talk about your script. I know you sent it to me. I know I
Yeah, I sent
downloaded
you
it.
two.
Oh, you know what? I think it downloaded as a bundle.
It might have. I
I
sent
think
two
it
of them.
did. Excuse me. I think it did. Hold on. I know I was looking for it earlier. Let's see.
One of them is called Blood Money.
Where's my organized file? Yes, I have an actual organized file. Breakdown sheet. What? It was a PDF, right?
Yeah, they're both PDFs.
Script supervisor.
They're both rough drafts. There's a lot of.
What's the other one called?
The other one is called Dating Games.
Okay, I need to actually organize this by type. Kind. Here we go. What the hell? What the... My name. Okay, here we go. Script. Post-prod. Call sheet. I might have to search for it. Or I could just download it again, actually. Well, let's talk about the first one. You said Blood Money, right?
Yeah. That is based off a short graphic, I wouldn't say novel, but short comic that my friends wrote before they wrote their other comics, which are all very good. This story is kind of a coming to age about how this guy got into the mafia and did his first hit.
Nice. I should totally read it.
Very, very cool. And I wanted to adapt it, and eventually I was going to see if they would be willing to let me make it as a short and bring them on to direct it, because they're the ones that made the comic.
Do you have it? Is it titled? Is the file titled Blood Money?
I think so.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna download it again.
It's like 20 minutes. It's like a 20-page script. It's not very long.
Yeah, because I remember when I got it, I started downloading it. And I was at home. I don't have my own Wi-Fi. I'm stealing it from my neighbors with permission.
Nice.
So like for example, I had a class yesterday. I had to do at 11, and logging in, all of a sudden, 10 minutes into the class, Wi-Fi dies. God damn it! So I had to jump on my phone to do the class.
Yeah, how are your classes going? Good?
Which ones?
Your audio classes. You're still teaching audio.
I'm not teaching audio. I'm just teaching general production.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. If you're going off of my website, the first thing is music and audio. But if you scroll down, it actually tells you podcasting, video editing, and all that stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I did see that. That's fantastic.
Which email did you send it to? Did you send it to the production company, right?
I think so. I believe it was TimeEnds Productions.
What if I just do Scull? Yes, let's do this during the podcast. That's what I love about this. I can do whatever the fuck I want. It could, it's like...
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Screenplays. Oh, it's under screenplays.
That's why.
Okay. Dating game.
Yeah,
Blood
that was
Money
the
2.
title.
Got it.
The subject matter is screenplays.
All right, so I got this. Okay, now, because it downloaded as, it makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, and the second one is a raunchy romantic comedy.
So what inspired you to write that? Because that's like a pet.
I love comedy. It's easier to write.
Comedy?
Mm-hmm. And I kind of took a mash of all the different types of comedies I've seen and kind of wrote a movie with a lot of that in inspiration, I guess, to it. So it's very surreal, or it's very surreal because I think it's absurd. You can't look at it and think, oh, any of this is actually possible, because a lot of things happen that just wouldn't happen in the real world. So you have to take that into account when you're watching it.
Wait, here's a question. What inspires you to write those, things?
I like writing stories. I like writing stories. I like making people laugh. And I feel like it gives me purpose, especially when I'm not in the greatest mood, or I'm not dealing with something, I use my writing to calm myself down, to enter a different world in a sense.
So is it? Can you
It's like a
consider it
coping
like?
mechanism.
Okay, I was gonna ask that. Is like kind of like a therapy or okay?
Yeah,
No, I totally get it. That's how I am with music.
which is good and bad because I mean, I drink a lot and I need to stop drinking a lot, but when I write, I end up drinking a lot.
Why are you drinking a lot?
Um, because I have a problem,
Well, it starts
according to
with
my
a
girlfriend.
reason. Well, it starts. Oh, the lady friend. Uh oh. Is it like? Do you drink because it helps you kind of disconnect, or do you drink
Yeah,
or do you
for
drink
sure.
because you're just used to drinking a certain amount?
Well, I became used to it. I mean, if I'm playing a game, if I'm writing, if I'm usually I got something next to me.
Right.
And then I just don't realize that you start realizing it's every day, or it's in the morning, or it's in, you know, when you shouldn't be doing it. I should limit it to only days that I'm off, and maybe not every single weekend.
You know, I have a degree uh, in alcohol and other drugs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I'm not the kind to be like, you gotta get sober and live your life. I don't believe in that. My friends that are in the drug and alcohol industry really, really don't like that I used to counsel like this. But I believe that if you're using or you're drinking or whatever, and you're being safe about it or healthy about it, which I'll get into in a second, then you know that's fine as long as you don't start to depend on it. Then you have an issue. Then you have a problem. So if you find yourself drinking because you're in the middle of a game, or you find yourself drinking because you're writing, I'll be honest with you. I actually every podcast I do now, I have a drink. Right. This is probably has like 2 shots of Jameson in it, but it's also 2 cans of Pepsi, which is totally bad for you. I do this twice a week. And then I've been, you follow me on Instagram. I've
Mhm.
been, whiskey
Yeah.
collecting, right? So I literally buy a bottle, and I pop it open, I smell it, I taste it. I taste it on the rocks. I taste it cooled or chilled, and then I taste it in mixed drinks or whatever. And the rule that I have is I'll buy the bottle, I'll taste it, whether I like it or not, I'm going to kill the bottle. Sometimes I kill it that weekend, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I kill it in 2 weekends. And then if I like the bottle, then I'll buy a new bottle and just not open it. That's something I've been doing. That's kind of like my pandemic thing that I've been
That's
doing.
cool.
Yeah. But it actually took a toll on me because like this last weekend, I killed half a bottle of Devil's Cut and a half a bottle of. Oh no, I didn't kill it yet. But have you heard of Blackened?
Hmm.
Yeah, I killed half of that. Plus, so I killed like a bottle of whiskey combined, and I'm still paying for it.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, hangovers suck,
That's the
especially when
weird.
you're older.
That's the weird thing. I haven't had a hangover. It's interesting. Like I'll wake up feeling like crap if it's cheap whiskey. Like my body will hurt, but no hangover. It's really weird.
I'm gonna laugh when Mario starts to get them. He's still too young.
Who, Mario?
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, Mario, come on, dude.
I wonder how many people were surprised when I joined the company that I was a lot older than they thought I was.
Everyone. Everyone.
uh, I was like the third oldest person there.
I think you might still be.
Yeah. I mean, I think the toss up of oldest person there right now is between Anna and Pedro.
No, Anna's older than Pedro.
Okay.
For sure.
Well,
I only
Pedro
know
lost his top one spot.
I only know because I know her age. That's why she told me her age once.
Yeah.
I didn't ask. You don't ask a lady for her age, but
Agreed.
she actually expressed how old she was because we were discussing the age differences, and she had no idea that you were older. And I was like, yeah, dude, like he's in his 30s. What's wrong with you? It's like Will. Everyone thought Will was 20. And I'm like, first of all, his personality isn't 20.
I know. I just had my birthday in December. Jeez.
Was it rough?
Oh, it was fun. That's
What'd
I
you
think the
What'd
last
you do?
time we went to the bar. Then it got shut down.
Again,
Yeah.
dude, I'm
It's
not gonna
it's
lie.
been they think they got shut down on the 31st and they haven't been open
Oh, of
since.
December, dude, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I'm surprised you haven't caught it because
Me too, since I was around my girlfriend and she had it with pneumonia.
oh no way, she had it.
And I was around her probably almost the like before she was tested positive. Like I was around her the whole time, and I
Wow.
didn't get it. I don't know how I got a test. I was negative. My folks got tested. They were negative.
Maybe she wasn't contagious when she had it.
No, she was. I'm sure she was.
Yeah.
But it took a toll. She's finally better now, and she's done with her quarantine and everything. But man,
Oh, this was really recent.
oh yeah,
Shit.
I think she was the yeah. It was really recent. Pretty crazy.
Damn. But she's okay.
Yeah, she started feeling bad like 11:45 p.m. the 31st.
Oh my god, it was literally like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
and you still don't have it.
no, and I just got vaccinated.
Well, yeah, if you took a test now, it would come out. You'd have a false positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
I
easy. I took the test. It only took an hour. It stood in my car.
Yeah. I actually have. I have. It's been 3 months. It's been over 3 months, so I could definitely catch it. And I just found out that an individual that I work closely with has it, and so I'm kind of
You already had it, right?
right. Yeah, but and I didn't even know. That's
You
crazy.
can recatch it. That's what my friend was
Absolutely,
saying.
absolutely. So in theory, I'm quarantined again. In
Okay.
theory, yeah,
How about your wife and your daughter? Are they doing okay?
yeah. Everyone's fine.
Okay,
Everyone's doing really good.
that's good to hear.
So when are you going to make these films?
If I ever have enough money to make them. I
Crowdfund.
don't nearly have the way of getting the funding or crowdfunding because crowdfunding doesn't seem to work.
It absolutely does. Absolutely does work. I'm telling you. This is how I'm surviving.
Okay.
It absolutely works. You just got to get everything organized and get once you get everything in pre-production done and you crowdfund and
Yeah, I need
you
to
know.
find someone to help me edit it because that is something I'm not good at.
Yeah, that's why you hire a crew, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, like even editing the script.
Mm. I
Maybe
know
cutting it down a little bit, maybe making the
you
characters a little more likable, which is why I've been wanting people to read it because all the good, solid, constructive criticism that Pedro gave me when I was in classes so long ago really helped make me understand like more about my characters.
right.
Or
Um,
maybe I can interpret it in a different way and make it so that the actors can kind of work on that in general.
so you need a script doctor, is what you need.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Um, I would definitely ask Pedro for a script doctor. He knows a few.
Okay.
Um, that would be you just start there. Get a script doctor. I'm gonna read them, and
Yeah,
actually,
Alex is reading them too.
I'm gonna give it to my producer so she can read them, and whatever notes we can give you. That's how you do it. You just get constructive criticism, which is negative or positive. It doesn't matter. And what do
I
we
mean,
call
none of
it?
that stuff hurts me. I think it's all for the
Screenplays,
good.
right?
It's supposed to teach you more about your script.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna forward this. Please read. Yeah, and once you have the script locked, but you could also do pre-production while you're getting the script locked. You know that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm working on that because I'm also writing other scripts too.
How many scripts are you writing?
I've got two that I'm working on synopsises for right now. One is a horror comedy called currently titled Cannibal Gnomes, but that might change. Um,
Are you? What is it about? Can you give a little bit away?
it's about cannibal gnomes.
Nice.
There's a lot of weird references to other movies in it, but they're kind of gnomified in a sense.
Right.
Like the Necronomicon instead of the Necronomicon.
Nice. I got asked that the other day if I've seen. Someone actually asked me, have you seen Evil? I know you're watching or listening to this, so you know who you are. Have you seen Evil Dead? And I turned and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you really asking me that? I only reference it like probably 3 times a day.
The other synopsis I'm working on for my other film is a Conan the Barbarian parody called The Legend of Runk. And it's about a guy who's kind of like Conan, only he's a giant asshole, and he's like in the peak, the very beginning, he's in the peak of his prime, and he beats up all these people, and he, wins the princess, and he takes the money, and then it's like 30 years later, and he's fat, and he's retired, or just doesn't work anymore, and he's running out of money, and his whole team is split up, and they don't give a shit about him.
Kind of sounds like my life right now.
when a princess comes to him and says that she needs him to save her kingdom, and that's where like it'll take off.
Can I play him?
Yeah, if you want.
I'm an asshole.
You okay being filmed with your shirt off?
Yeah, I don't care, dude. I
mean, you already got the beard, so that works.
Being a musician, I've skinny dipped. I've done some crazy shit in my life. I don't give a fuck.
There's a character I wrote that's completely gonna be a puppet, and he's gonna be like I think he's gonna be like a warlock or something like that.
You had me at puppet. I love puppets.
I envisioned one actor I'm writing a character for, and he's the main villain, and I would like it to be the guy from Game of Thrones. What's his name? The imp.
Jesus. You're like going big here.
Well, he's such a good actor, and he likes comedy.
He is a good actor.
I mean, hell, he's going to be the main character in Toxic Avenger.
Are you serious?
He's been casted as the main character.
You know what I would love for them to remake and not fuck it up? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I've been wanting that for years.
Yeah.
In fact, they were going to do it with Adam Sandler, but then that fell through.
See, I feel like he would ruin it. I'm sorry. I love Adam Sandler. I love his films, but I just don't think he would do good.
Do you know what else needs a remake that I think would be cool? It had Mark Hamill in it. They made 2 movies. I'm trying to remember. The Guyver.
The Guyver. What does that sound familiar? Guyver.
Look it up. It's this guy finds this suit of armor, I guess, and it like bonds to his body, and like all the like villains or the things he sees in space are all like look like Jim Henson puppets.
Yep. Yeah, I had no idea it was Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Wow. I only know him as the Joker. Not as Luke Skywalker. Fuck all of you. He's the Joker. He's a real Joker. Jeez, man. What films are you anticipating, or are you really excited to that are coming out?
Dune.
You say
God,
Doom or Dune? I'm sorry.
Dune.
Yes.
Godzilla versus Kong. Malignant.
Which one's Malignant? Is that
James Wan film.
wasn't that out already?
No. The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Wait, there's another Conjuring?
That will be out on HBO Max.
I did not know that. I'm
Not directed by James Wan.
Oh, then I don't care. Is it going to be
He's producing it.
Oh, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Ed and Lorraine?
Yep. They'll be in it.
Same actors?
Mm-hmm. In fact, Patrick Wilson is also currently set to direct and star in Insidious 5.
I feel like a little kid right now.
And they're going back to that family, which is nice.
That is so cool. Oh, I see. I thought you were saying it's a Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. I thought you were naming two films.
I was naming two different films.
So it's
Insidious
a Conjuring
is a different horror.
No.
film.
I thought you said The Conjuring, period, and in another film, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh no, The Conjuring, and then the subtitle is The Devil Made Me Do It.
Right. That's what I was saying. Yeah,
Conjuring 3.
I love Insidious. I have all of them. I own all of them. I have Insidious,
there's only
The
one
Nun, and
actress that is in every single film.
Of Insidious?
Yes.
Is she in 3? Because I know she's in all of them.
She's in all of them, and the last movie was like about her childhood.
Right. I didn't know she was in 3. Are you sure she?
Did you see 4?
Of course. I just recently bought it.
Yeah.
The Last Key. Motherfucker, I'm the king of horror. Just because I don't know they're making a sequel or another one. Are you sure she was in 3?
Yeah.
Other than being verbally mentioned?
I'm pretty sure she was in 3. Maybe she wasn't.
I
haven't seen 3 in a long time.
I don't think she was.
Well, that sucks.
Hold on. I could be wrong. Because she could be... No, she was in 3 because she goes after the cancer guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I just watched an exorcism movie that's really weird and interesting and different. And it came out a few years ago. It's got Aaron, I think his name is Aaron Eckhart or whatever. The guy that played Two-Face in the Nolanverse.
The best Two-Face ever.
Right. He did an exorcism movie where instead of like the normal traditional exorcising of a demon, he enters the victim's mind to exorcise the demon.
Whoa. Really?
It's on Netflix.
Do you know what it's called?
I do. I'm going to have to look it up again, though. I always forget the name of it. It's called Incarnate.
Oh, okay, got it. I know. Let's see. She is... Because Tucker and Specs are here. Oh, she is in it. Yeah. She goes after the cancer guy.
Right.
Yeah, okay. That's where she meets Tucker and Specs.
I think so.
Yeah, and because Tucker had a mohawk.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So she was in all 4. Is she going to be in the 5th one?
I'm sure.
I hope. That would make sense.
She's in a lot of different movies.
Dude, have you seen Kingpin?
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea it was her that he was fucking. Oh. What is it about good sex that makes you want to take a crap? When I recently watched it after watching Insidious, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know it was her. I don't know how I feel about this.
So many things. I mean, they just released a new still picture of Michael Myers for the next Halloween movie.
Halloween Kills?
Yes.
It's fucked up. I met the producer, Ryan Turek. I hope I'm not butchering his name. I told you the story. D made his cake, and
Right.
we had lunch and all that, and it. Yeah, I'm such an idiot. It was one of my weird days where I was disconnected. I didn't want to do anything. So I didn't engage. I'm like, oh hey, and he probably thought I was the biggest asshole ever. But if you're listening, dude, I apologize. It's not. It was just one of those weird days for me. No sleep but yeah, he's super super nice man. Super, his wife is awesome too. Cool people, and yeah, he was telling me how he was in the works of doing Halloween Kills before they did the other one. What was the other one called before that? Halloween Ends? No.
That's the next one. Just Halloween.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is weird because this is like the newest Halloween that came out, which is just entitled Halloween, is technically Halloween 2, and this one is technically Halloween 3, and the one after it will be Halloween 4.
Right, because it bypasses all the other storylines.
It does. It immediately is a follow-up to the original Halloween movie.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel that they do that?
I mean, they're doing it with the other movies right now. They're doing it with RoboCop.
Why would they bypass
that? They're making RoboCop 2.
But RoboCop 2 from the original, not the Michael Keaton one.
They're making a direct sequel to the first RoboCop.
Okay. So why are they doing that? Is it because
I don't know. They have this thing where they want to do a film that's 30 years later.
Who started doing that? Someone started that trend. Was it Halloween? Halloween H2O. I think it was Halloween.
I think it could have been. I mean, there have been several films that have done it. There's a lot of stuff happening. We're getting another Cloverfield movie that's going to be a direct sequel to the first Cloverfield.
I heard about that. Did you watch Cloverfield Lane?
Yeah, and I watched the third one that's on Netflix too.
I did not like it. I fell asleep every time. What's it called? Cloverfield Equinox? No.
It's something I forget.
Yeah.
The name of it. But what I really liked about it was that very last scene.
Of what? Cloverfield Lane?
Of the third movie. The very, very last scene.
I have to watch it again.
It's just that monster
Paradox.
popping
That's
out
what
of
it's
the
called.
Sky. And it's even bigger.
So I don't get the story.
Oh, well, I mean, the story is kind of how everything is starting to happen.
Right.
They opened up a paradox or whatever, or they literally screwed up the dimensions.
Right.
Which is why all this stuff is happening on different places.
So the giant monster, it's not from radiation. It's actually
from another dimension.
But what about the little monster that came out in Cloverfield Lane?
Those were aliens.
I thought it was the same creature.
It was not the same creature. It was an alien.
So the giant creature is not an alien that blew up.
I don't know if it's I don't think it's an alien because it's not from. I don't know. I know it's from a different dimension. That's all I know.
I think I'm gonna have to watch all of them, in chronological order.
Chronological order would mean the third one first.
Correct, and then the second, which would be Lane, and then the first Cloverfield. How'd you feel about Cloverfield? Did you get nauseous like everyone?
No, because I'm used to those kind of movies.
So you watch Blair Witch?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw that in theaters. Mm-hmm. And I liked the newer one that came out too. That was like 20 years later or something.
It's just titled Blair Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I've seen Book of Shadows. Is that part 2?
Yeah, that was their fake part 2 that the company tried to make, and it was just terrible.
I liked the concept. I hated the filming. And you know what? I've noticed that with a lot of films, especially on the Film Critique Exchange. I always argue with the professor that...
Well, I mean, it's funny because Adam Wingard, I think that's how you say his name. He's the one that wrote the Blair Witch Project. Um, and I believe he directed uh, King of Monsters. No, no, it wasn't Godzilla King of Monsters. He directed one of those. Maybe it's something in the MonsterVerse.
Let's look it up.
It
What's his
could be
name?
this newest one that's coming out, actually. Godzilla versus Kong.
What was his name again?
Adam Wingard. I believe he directed Godzilla versus Kong. And
Adam
then
Wingard.
something Doherty, Chris Doherty, or something like that did King of the Monsters.
Yeah. Godzilla versus, I almost said God. Well, God versus the King. Let's see. Is he the director? Oh, dude, that looks so cool.
Adam Wingard, yeah. Wingard.
Yeah, he's a director.
Yeah.
Death Note. Wait,
Yep.
which Death Note? Don't tell me the Netflix one.
I mean, they're also coming out with a new
Yeah, it is a Netflix one.
Paranormal Activity.
Yes, I heard about that.
There's a lot of stuff coming. We're gonna get another Nightmare on Elm Street from the Wes Craven estate.
No. Wow.
We're getting a new Hellraiser and possibly a Hellraiser TV series.
I heard about that. I'm a little discouraged because I hated the new actor.
Well, it won't be the normal Hellraiser. It'll be a female Hellraiser.
Okay, so they're changing it. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't know, the new Pinhead. I didn't like him.
I know, I didn't. I did either.
Yeah, what was it? Revelations. He started.
I think so.
Something like that. He started coming out, and I was like, okay, I get it, but like, fuck, dude, at least finish the saga.
I recently rewatched the Prophecy 1 and 2.
God, I love that.
Yeah, the 3 others they made after were very good, but.
You know, my favorite line from Christopher Walken is when he's like, "Do you know how you have that dent under your lip, under your nose? God went up to you and went, shh." I love that. Oh, when he said that, I was like, oh.
Did you notice who played the Satan in the first movie?
No, I didn't realize it was, but that's my favorite when he disappears and he turns into a bunch of crows.
Oh yeah, that was number 2. It was Viggo Mortensen.
Wait, no, that was number 1 at the end.
No.
Was it number 2?
Number 2, because I just watched it last night. Because he lets Christopher Walken crawl out of hell, and he goes,
that's the beginning.
And then he splits in the crows.
That's the beginning. I'm talking about the ending of part 1, where he has his crypt keeper guy grab the soul. Try to grab the soul, and the soul goes to heaven, and then he disappears. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. He disappears in the sunset. Right. I forgot he was in the beginning of part 2. Yeah. You know, Glenn Danzig is one of the angels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Hold on a second. They're making a new...
I have a comic book recommendation for you.
I might hear it. Let's see.
It's called Power Rangers Nightmare on Elm Street.
What?
Yeah. I want to read it so bad.
In case you guys are wondering why I'm not like interrogating this guy, it's because I've known him for years. We worked together for years, so this is more of a, let's bullshit kind of podcast thing. And if you're watching it on YouTube, you kind of see how we're going. It's not like a typical like, so what do you do for a living? And so I already know all that. What was I looking? I was just gonna. Oh yeah, Power Rangers, Nightmare on Elm Street. There's a website. Issue 1. Oh my God. There's 4 issues right now. Yes. Bonus. I'm gonna buy them. In case you guys don't know this, but I'm a somewhat of a Nightmare on Elm Street geek. My favorite film, other than Freddy vs. Jason, is Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
I really like 3 as well. My favorite line
Dream
probably is
Warriors.
"Welcome to prime time, bitch."
A lot of people didn't like that one.
I loved it. It was the last one that had Nancy, and up until we got New Nightmare.
God, I love it. That's such a cool concept. My
Yeah,
favorite's when he
I
comes out.
agree. I want it to be a movie.
Yeah, when he comes out, when when Robert Englund comes out as Robert Englund playing Freddy, and
Great. Yeah.
yeah, and then he's in makeup, and then he tells her, we'll do lunch." Like, I don't know. There's something about his character I love a lot. He's so cheesy and so animated versus the typical like. There's no sound, very terrifying. He's so playful. I fucking love that.
The concept of trapping Freddy within the movies because it's a demon that's using his guise is pretty awesome in general. And the fact that like when you see the script at the end and throughout sometimes the film, they're reading the lines and they're, you know, it's literally the script that they did for the movie. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, it's such a cool concept. Such a
I
great
mean,
concept.
that opening scene was like probably my favorite from any Nightmare film, where that new like razor hand or whatever that was all metal was killing everybody on set.
With the I guess they're veins or something, or
It's before all that. It was literally like just a metal knife finger hand.
I thought it was the same glove. Maybe it was different.
It was different when they showed the one that he actually used for the film. It's a different glove altogether. It's with the veiny hands, and
I never caught that. Wow. Yeah, it
but
is cool.
the beginning is it's just so cool.
I love when they do that camera angle when it's crawling up the guy and then he starts just digging into.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, ah! It's such a typical like horror thing. Love it. What's your favorite horror film?
My favorite horror film. Let's see. It's a really hard question. I'm gonna have to go with like probably Child's Play.
Okay. I just started, and I'm going to say this. Just started watching the newest one. I'm giving it a chance because my favorite is Child's Play 3.
I love Child's Play 3. Everybody seems to hate it.
Well,
I mean, 2 is probably the best, period.
Is that the one in school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like 2. I take that back. 2 is my favorite. 3 is my second favorite. The first one, I liked it a lot, but it's the first film,
It starts to get good again, I think, after I liked 4 as well, but then it's kind of weird. 5 is weird, and then 6 and 7 are pretty damn awesome.
Which one was the Seed of Chucky?
Seed of Chucky is
7?
5. 6 is the Curse of Chucky, and 7 is the Cult of Chucky. And they're doing another movie, and they're doing a TV show on FX.
That's good. I actually liked the Cult of Chucky. At first, wait, that's the one where he rips off his mask. He's wearing a mask, right?
A mask?
Or is that yeah? Well, with Chucky.
Chucky's never really wearing a mask.
No.
He becomes multiple dolls.
No. Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the Curse then, where the chick's in the wheelchair.
Yeah, but she comes back in Cult as well.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm thinking of that one because he's wearing a good guy mask.
Correct.
Yeah.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah, because he takes it off and you can see the stitches. Like,
yes, correct.
Yeah, because I was like, they changed his look, and then when he does that, I was like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, correct. Like spray painted himself.
Yeah, something weird. So I'm giving this one a chance, this new one.
I like that Mark Hamill is the voice, but it just doesn't feel the same to me.
Really? It's Mark Hamill?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. I don't like... So far, okay, I'm halfway. I'm about halfway. He killed the boyfriend. with the
Okay.
lawnmower. With the lawnmower. Was it the
Right.
boyfriend? Yeah, with the lawnmower. That's how far I
Yeah.
got.
Okay.
I am not very thrilled with the fact that it was programming. Oh, I'm lying. I got to the part where the creepy janitor guy takes him and starts to
Mess with him.
yeah.
Gotcha.
That's as far as I got. But I'm not too fond of that he was just programmed to do bad shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know what happens after that. You know, I mean,
Well, I want you to watch the rest of it, but
you can tell me. It won't
and
ruin it.
there are ways they could make it better, but it just didn't feel like a Child's Play movie to me. They can't use the same branding. They can't use any of the stuff that they did before because they don't own the rights to Child's Play anymore or Chucky anymore. They own the rights to Child's Play.
Who owns the rights?
The people who made, I forget if it's Universal or somebody. The people who made the first movie,
right?
After that first movie broke off, they didn't want to do another one, so it was the rights were kind of sold or split, and they went on and did all these movies that became cult classics and stuff. And they wanted to do a remake a few times, and it kept getting shut down. And then originally they were going to ask the original people to be a part of it, and then they decided not to. And they can't do anything with the voodoo or any of that. None of that that's all owned by the original creator.
And the original creator doesn't want to get paid for them to do.
They didn't ask him.
Why would they not ask him?
Because they're stupid.
I agree.
That's why he's continued to make his own series. In fact, the guy who writes in the movie, he is Charles Lee Ray.
The actor?
The actor is the writer.
Oh, I didn't know that. I love him.
And the director.
I did not know that. I love his voice. I love
Don Mancini, or I don't really know how to spell his last name.
Let me see. I recently got my daughter into Child's Play. Well, it says they're working on the short.
Yeah, there's like a teaser trailer. It's not very long.
It's interesting. The original one's not coming up. So it's 2019. Ah, here we go. Child's Play 2, Cult of Chucky. Interesting. The first one's not coming up. What the hell?
Just put Child's Play. I think it came out in what, 1983 or 1984?
Well, I clicked on Child's Play 2, so let's see. Where's Chucky? Chucky voice. Brad Dourif?
Yeah, that's the voice actor.
Brad Dourif.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the guy who wrote it isn't the actor.
Don Mancini?
Don Mancini is the writer and director. Yeah, no, that's Brad Dourif I'm thinking of as the actor and the voice. Sorry, I got them mixed up.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Good thing we cleared that up.
That happens to me all the time.
Wait, this is... No, this isn't him. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, the picture that's on IMDb looks different. He looks different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He plays himself as Charles Lee Ray or whatever. Crazy.
Okay, is that not? Oh, it is Brad Dourif, right?
Hold on, I just closed it like an idiot.
Is Charles Lee Ray / Chucky?
19.
Not just the voice.
Yeah, he does.
Right.
He does both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the first one, when
he gets shot.
Yeah, and he's the one that does the give me the power, I beg of you. You know.
Yeah.
It's the same voice throughout all of them.
I know. I mean, he really originally. I don't think they didn't really agree on using voodoo.
Why?
But then it turned out. I don't know. I think he didn't really like that aspect when they were writing it. Um, I think he clashed a little bit with the other director or something like that. But because I think Don, he didn't. I don't think he directed the very first film. I think somebody else did. Um, but they ended up going with it, and it ended up working out perfectly fine.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland,
Yeah.
not Spider-Man, guys, not Spider-Man. A different Tom Holland.
He traveled back in time just to direct it. I don't think he was a stain on his dad's underwear at this. 88. When was Tom Holland born?
88. Tom Holland was probably born in, I want to say 80. He's like 23.
96. He was born in 1996.
Wow.
1996, guys. 24 years old.
And he's going to be, he's playing Uncharted. Oh my God. That guy's lucky.
Uncharted? What's that?
Uncharted, the video game franchise. He's playing Nate. It's a very famous franchise, video game franchise that Naughty Dog made. They also made The Last of Us, which is coming to HBO as a series.
Uncharted? No, I don't. Never heard of it.
Nathan Drake. It's kind of like the new Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay, got it. He's doing a film I saw.
He's got a film coming out soon.
Yeah, what's it called? Chaos Walking.
Chaos Walking.
Yeah, I recently saw the trailer for that.
He also has another trailer out for another film called Cherry.
I see that. Yeah. Cherry.
And that looks really good too.
And he's also working on another Spider-Man.
And Uncharted, which already finished wrapping.
He's busy.
Yeah. I mean, this next Spider-Man is going to be pretty awesome.
All right.
Considering everybody who's in it.
I got to ask you, what's your opinion on Electro?
Considering all the other actors they're bringing back, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that Doc Ock, the same actor, Alfred Molina, is coming back.
So is Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone.
What?
Mary J. What's that chick's name? Kirsten Dunst. Possibly. What's his name? Possibly Willem Dafoe.
Wait, so they're trying to do what DC is doing right now. What a
oh yeah, and not only that, this movie is going to lead into two other movies. It's going to lead into Doctor Strange in the Mouth of in the whatever, in the madness, something of madness.
Yeah.
And it's also going to lead into I don't know. Other things are leading into. I know WandaVision's going to lead into Spider-Man 3 a bit too.
I heard about that. I saw that it came out. Harvey started watching it, and she was telling me it was pretty good. I haven't seen it. I like some Marvel films. You know, I do. I just don't like how Marvel's not original in a way.
I know.
You know
Multiverse
what I mean?
was always DC.
I know. And okay. I like.
I think each one always had a multiverse, to be honest, but I don't know which one came out first.
I think DC did. I mean, don't quote me on that, guys, but all I know is that 70% of what you see in Marvel was ripped off from DC.
Well, I mean, Superman is one of the oldest superheroes. There are a few before him, like the Phantom, and a few others, but I mean, Superman has been around since the 1930s.
Yeah. Action Comics.
And even Batman, I think he was a little bit after that.
Yeah, a couple of years after. What's interesting is that Batman came out in Detective Comics and Superman's Action Comics, and the company's now Detective Comics.
Well, I don't even know if DC is going to be around anymore, because I keep hearing DC is going to be is not going to be a company anymore.
I heard about that. That's why they I mean DC Universe they sent me a
Well, Detective
notification
Comics
that
and Action Comics. They had Action Comics first.
right, but now that's
Done.
gone. Yeah, it's done. That's why DC just I mean the House of Batman build. Come on. You watch Legos. They I mean I heard that they're it kind of like what Fox and what the hell are they called? DreamWorks and all of them, like they're owned by Disney, but they're still being ran as their own companies.
Right.
I think DC is kind of saying like we're done. We're gonna whoever owns DC now is gonna be like the which is gonna be weird because the comics, like what are you gonna call it?
I mean, why didn't AT&T just buy them along? They own Warner Brothers. They own all those properties. Why don't they just buy DC Comics as well?
Why don't they just leave it as DC Comics or just DC?
That would be fine.
That would just make sense.
I
But
mean,
no, they don't.
the Flash movie is going to be quite interesting, considering everything that's floating around about it.
What do you mean?
Just I'm curious what what they're going to do with the Flashpoint.
Yeah, but it's not even Flashpoint. It's their own version of Flashpoint.
Right, but they have to like make it make sense within the movie continuity. They may even add some, DC like show stuff. I don't know. I mean, they connected that when they did the crossover event for last year.
Well, no, I know they are doing that. I read an article that they're connecting everything. Like the Flashpoint movie is supposed to just like we said earlier, just clean the slate for everything. Right. That's why there's multiple Batmans. That's why they're showing all this stuff because they want to just clear the slate because there's so many universes right now.
I gotta say, Disney has a lot of franchises right now that they're going to make a lot of money on, and they have ideas for all of them. They already have in production being written more Planet of the Apes films that are going to be connected.
I haven't seen any of them.
You should.
I've seen originals, but I haven't
seen
any
of them. You should see the new
ones.
They're really good.
Yeah?
Really good. What's his name who did the Hobbit movies and everything is just fantastic. As Caesar.
What's his name?
But not only do they have that, they own Predator. They own Aliens. They're doing both of those. They have 4 Avatar movies coming out.
Wait, they own Predator?
They own everything Fox.
I forget.
They own the X-Men now. They own all of it.
Yeah. I love how they have rated R movies now.
They have Deadpool 3 rated R coming.
I heard about that. I'm excited. I mean, no one's as excited as, the man himself that plays Deadpool, but...
Well, he's already talking about 4 and how he wants Spider-Man and a few others in it.
Yeah, I was hoping they would do that because, I mean, as you know, and a lot of individuals that follow comics, he's a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah. And Charlie Cox, who played Daredevil for the Netflix series,
right,
just wrapped filming on Spider-Man 3.
Oh, no way. Wow.
So we're going to get a little Matt Murdock in there.
What'd you think of Daredevil, the movie with Ben Affleck?
I didn't think it was too bad. I know people did like it. I didn't like Elektra very much.
I hated. I walked out. I paid money and walked out.
I thought he was good as Daredevil. I thought his costume was pretty badass too.
I liked the film. I didn't like Elektra in the film.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I didn't like her own film. I didn't like it at all. But
yeah, no, it's terrible.
It's not just DC that makes bad films sometimes.
I was gonna say
superheroes
like Catwoman. She is.
She is
Marvel's Catwoman.
That Catwoman movie was terrible.
So they both have something in common. See, even Marvel will rip off DC on shitty films.
I mean, Catwoman is DC.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And Daredevil, I mean, Did you see? There are some movies that you should try to look up that you might not even be able to find, like the old Avengers movie that they made, and the old Fantastic Four movie that they made. I think these were from
You
like the
mean
70s or something like that.
see, that's why I like DC Universe, and I'm hoping that HBO Max with their DC section um, does what DC Universe online streaming has. They actually have the original shit. I mean, they have Shazam on there, the original Shazam.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know that that exists.
Exactly, that's my point. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god!" You know, as a DC nerd, like you know about the old shows that they had that no one knows about. So when I saw that they did Shazam, or that they remastered it and cleaned up the coloration and all that stuff, it looks
Right.
amazing. It looks amazing. I watched it, and what I love is that they did that whole at the end, the moral of today. You know that a lot of shows did that back then. Now that they don't, obviously, but they brought that back in the series. You know, it's cool. Or
Yeah.
they show it. They show you the clips of it. You know, it's amazing.
I'm sure Shazam 2 will be pretty cool as well. And the Black Adam movie is going to be awesome.
I do. When I heard that The Rock was in Black Adam, I was like, perfect pick.
Yeah. He needs to fight Superman at some point.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine them going at it?
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
You know, that reminds me. Actually, I hope that Zack Snyder cleans up. I'm sure he did, but I hope he doesn't do this. Like, I don't know if you noticed this, but Marvel films and that Abomination Justice League, I still like it though, but because it's Justice League on the big screen. Pedro mentioned this to me, and I was like, "That's why I don't like it. It looks like you're watching a video game, like Mortal Kombat. When you see Superman,
it looks like the cutscenes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I hope he cleared that up, because even the Marvel films are like that.
Yeah, I hope he fixed Henry Cavill's face.
What was that?
I hope he fixed Henry Cavill's face because he
They
wasn't allowed to like shave
right.
For the other movie he was doing.
Right,
So
because
like,
they couldn't just
digitally
put a fake mustache on him. Come on.
They could have just left him with a mustache on. It wouldn't have bothered me.
Superman with a mustache?
I mean, in the comics, he had like a beard.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that. It's like
Correct.
he randomly has a mustache in random
Well,
shots.
I mean, it would be after he, I guess it doesn't work. I don't know.
He's resurrected.
Yeah. Still aging.
Yeah, I wonder if they're ever going to do Reign of Superman.
Well, I wish they would have done justice to the actual death of Superman. They rushed over that so quick. They could have made. I didn't absolutely hate the look of Doomsday. Slowly, he started to become more looking like Doomsday, but they could have done a way better job doing that. And they could have dedicated an entire movie to that.
Do you remember?
Built up to it.
Brainiac?
Come on.
Did you watch? Oh, well, Brainiac's coming out in part 2. I heard.
If they have to do a part 2, because if they don't, then the rights will revert back to the original people who made Superman.
Oof. And they're gonna have to pay more money.
They will never get it back.
Shit. What was I gonna say? I totally. Oh yeah. Have you seen the Death of Superman? The animated.
And the Reign of Superman.
Okay, that you're saying they should have done it like that.
Correct.
I agree.
I
like how they followed it true, like how they reveal Doomsday as they're knocking off his armor.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. But you also you kind of have to look at how they're trying to just do their own story, and I feel like they did okay with what the storyline they're following. You know what I mean?
They can do really cool Superman stories, and not just Superman stories, but Justice League stories in general that are all currently have been out or coming out. There's one where, Superman literally gets infected with the doomsday like parasite, and
Yeah.
shit gets real.
Yeah.
There's a whole one with Infinite Crisis that they could have done. That's a 3 arc thing that they could have made for their films. They've got this entire undead Justice League Undead or whatever, deceased storyline
Yeah.
that would be amazing on the screen. But and that then they have the whole stuff with Dr. Manhattan breaking into the universe, and he's part of that whole thing. That's all.
Imagine a film with Doomsday Clock. Can you imagine? Holy shit, dude!
Right. I mean, there's so many. I mean, you know why how the New 52 happened? Because of Dr. Manhattan.
Are you talking about the series?
He made the New 52. I mean, he redid. He like destroyed something and then created something.
Yeah, but it was bad story writing, though. I mean, I like Death of the Family series, and I loved that version of the Joker, but like the storylines for the New 52 is just
Doomsday Clock.
suck.
I'm telling you. That's part of
got it.
Doomsday Clock is he created the New 52.
I see. Okay, got it. I thought you meant like the New 52 series. That's why they came out with Rebirth to.
Yeah, no, he created that universe in a sense.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then realized that he can't kill Superman because Superman is the beginning of all things.
You know, that actually raised a question, because you know that Thor is a demigod,
right?
Or no, he's not a demigod. He's a god.
Oh,
Loki is a god. Now, Wonder Woman is a demigod.
Mm-hmm.
Superman is considered a god, but is not a god. Did you know that?
He is not a god. He's just on a planet that has a different sun that he can soak up the radiation, which makes him godlike.
Well, that's where the confusion sets in, because he can fly through space without a ship.
Yeah, but he's flying past the sun.
Right.
He can fly past any sun as long as it's not if it's a red sun, he's screwed.
That's true.
And they don't really mention anything about white dwarfs or any kind of. If the sun has radiation coming from it, he will be able to absorb it.
But you have to ask yourself, and this is where continuity comes in. If that is the case, then why did Krypton die? Why couldn't they just fly off the planet?
Because they didn't know that kind of information, and I don't think they weren't anywhere close to our solar system.
That makes sense.
I mean, he was shot out in a ship.
So you're saying that...
And the planet itself imploded.
So you're saying that the reason why he is the way he is because his body adapted to our sun, and it made him into what he is.
Yeah, because he's in all aspects, he's an alien from a different planet.
Oh, absolutely.
And their body mass is different on Krypton. And for some reason, somehow, I don't think they ever really explained, but his dad was a scientist. His dad probably knew something about the radiation and the solar atmosphere around our planet, and probably knew if he sent his son to that planet, his son would be able to be something more and do something more.
Right. That's why he sent him here.
Right.
So that's where I always asked, why is Darkseid worried about a Kryptonian when Darkseid is a new god?
Because they're still just as strong. I mean, I don't know. Considering I think Darkseid is stronger than Superman in a lot of ways. Maybe he's not smarter than him.
I can see that. Because Darkseid, I don't know if you knew this, but
Darkseid's all about brute force, not outsmarting your opponent.
Yeah. Did you know that Darkseid isn't like 9 feet tall? Like, he's actually
short.
Big. No. I heard he's bigger than planets. Like, he when he goes into a planet, he resizes himself accordingly to the planet.
So then his planet must be huge.
Apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a planet. He's bigger than Apocalypse.
Oh, because he's a new god.
Because he's a new god. So like if he's floating in space, like his true size. So basically, like he would grab Jupiter in the palm of his hand. Is what I'm saying. Like
That's.
he's like what's his name? Galactus.
I
Galactical.
mean, yeah, Galactus. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's like that guy.
or that transformer that's literally a planet. Ultron.
I I forgot about that. I don't know. I did you
so
ever
many
watch?
weird things.
What was that? What'd you say?
Did you hear all the? Did you hear the news about the what Hasbro has been doing with? I think it's Hasbro. They own GI Joe. They own Power Rangers and all that stuff now. I think.
Really?
But they're gonna make another Power Rangers movie.
Did you like the first one?
I thought the newest one wasn't too bad, but this is going to take place in the 90s.
So they're doing a Wonder Woman 84.
Kind of, but they're gonna do something different with it, and then I think that they're eventually gonna do a crossover because they're gonna do another GI Joe movie. They're also making a Snake Eyes movie.
Ooh. Nice.
So I think it's the beginning of a universe that they're creating because they're going to cross them over. And if they can, maybe they can even get the Transformers in there, which would be really interesting.
So
they better just G.I. Joe correctly this time.
So they're just doing what Marvel and DC is doing.
Everyone's doing it.
I should do that. Maybe I should cross over the Film and Critique Exchange with the podcast. All of a sudden, Professor Camacho shows up. What the hell? Crazy. So, do you have any projects you're working on right now, like other than the scripts that you're writing?
No, not currently.
No.
No, I have so much else going on.
Keeping yourself pretty busy.
Yeah, trying to save as much money as possible.
That's always good. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
So when do you think you'll be headed out to the new spots? You know, when you move in, do you have like a deadline?
As soon as we have enough money to do so.
Oh, so you're just there's no like, oh, we're gonna move in April, like
maybe our plan is like 6 months if we can do that.
In 6 months or 6 months from a while ago?
6 months from when she moved in, which was like middle of December.
Got it.
As long as we're able to save enough.
I actually thought about moving. I mean, I'm El Cajon now, but I don't know. I really want to live in Julian, but that's going to be impossible. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll live in Ramona. And then when I had I had Nathaniel as a guest previously, before the podcast, he was telling me how Ramona is set in their own ways, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I told him, like, dude, I'm a New Yorker from LA. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, there's just nothing.
I ain't
there.
scared. No, it's nice. It's a whole city. Ramona is huge, dude. Like I go there probably twice a month.
I have a friend that lives in Ramona. He loves it.
Where about?
I have no idea. I've never been to his house.
Julian, though, that's like
nothing.
Nothing.
There's literally nothing.
It's one street. For those of you guys, you can Google this shit. I'm not exaggerating. You know, it's Julian, part of San Diego County, I guess, or whatever. But I would drive out there, not for their pies, but just for the drive. I love driving out there. And I was like, I'm going to check out the neighborhood to see if I want to live here. Okay, so I go to Main Street. That's the only Main Street. And the neighborhood is off of the Main Street, and it's all just probably 50 houses or even less.
Yeah.
That's it.
Actually, this place is about 8 hours away, but you would probably love living there.
What?
Is Mammoth Mountain.
Where people go skiing and snowboarding?
Mm-hmm. And hiking during the summer.
Mammoth. 8 hours away, really?
I would say maybe 6. Probably about 6 hours away, actually.
You're not Mammoth Lakes, though, right?
I mean, Memphis Lakes is right next to it.
Oh, is it? Okay, no, because I saw it when it popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I'm stupid. I forgot I'm in San Diego. That's why. It is 7 hours.
Yeah,
It's like 4 hours from LA. That's why. Yeah.
Right. It's about 6 hours, 6 to 8, depending.
You're right. I would like it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've been here. Yeah, but not here. I've been to the hot springs. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, I've driven through here. Funny story. I was driving with a buddy, and if you fall asleep in the car, I'm gonna fuck with you. Okay. So everybody that falls asleep in the car while I'm driving, I'll take funny pictures. So I started. You watch Dumb and Dumber, right?
Yes.
You know how he's fucking with him when he's asleep? You know how he takes the wrong path? So, yeah, I did that. And we ended up probably... God, how far is it from here? Let me see. Okay, here's Modesto. And we were... I was off by... It looks like... 50 miles. So imagine, it looks like 50 miles. So imagine it's like taking the 5 and then you're supposed to take the 805 and you don't take the 805, but you're on you're on the 805, but you're supposed to take the 15, whatever, the freeway that splits. Mm-hmm. You
right.
take one instead of the other, and then it turns into the 5 and the 15's going like that. That's exactly what happened. And, but the only difference going across was like an hour or two. So
okay.
It was the funniest shit ever. I was driving and then he wakes up. What exit are you on? I'm like, I don't know. Exit like 400 and something. What? So we called our buddy and he's like, oh, you guys took the wrong freeway. That's okay. You just got to shoot across. You're like an hour. Oh shit. So yeah, that's why.
Funny.
Yeah. Good little.
Yeah,
story
I used
there.
to go skiing there like every year as a kid.
I've never gone skiing.
I love skiing. I've been trying to do like the shorter skis because they're just so much easier to use.
What do you mean? The shorter routes or shorter skis? Like
shorter actual skis that are short.
All right. So you get the shorter ones because you're good at skiing? Because I heard it's like surfing, right?
Yeah. So I go faster. I don't need poles. I can walk in them.
Okay. So if you're a beginner, you need the long
fat ones now that you can use as well. I prefer the skinnier ones if I can find them.
Okay, so if you're a beginner, you get the long ones.
Yeah, I mean even experienced people have long skis.
Have you ever gone
really
snowboarding?
Depends on what you want. I don't really want giant ass skis. I want skis that I can walk in and that I don't need poles for. So that I can just kind of jot down the.
What's the point of the poles? What's the point of the poles? Is it to kind of?
It's to help guide you, and keep you going. It's like a support system.
Okay. Have you gone snowboarding?
I have. I'm not very good at it.
Is it true that it's harder than skiing?
There, maybe a little bit. You got to use your whole body when you're doing like a snowboard. Because you're using both your legs are stuck to one board.
I don't know. I mean, I used to skateboard. I figured that would be easier than rollerblading.
It could be.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So cool, man. I have one more question.
Sure. Shoot.
Do you miss me?
I always miss you.
It's not the same. It's not.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Yeah. Everyone got a little more serious now.
Not really.
Now that the clown is gone.
Everybody's still a clown.
Nice.
But everybody's equaled out with their classes. Nobody's like, there's no extra person in any class, so they don't need us in there currently.
That's good, actually.
So
That's
we're able to do more of our work.
They can do what you're being paid for. Nice.
Yeah.
No extra stuff.
No.
Well, dude, thanks for doing this, man. It was a
I
pleasure
really
having
wanted
you
to
on
be on
here.
the show.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy you did. I'm happy you reached out. You know, I mean, you're welcome on anytime, dude.
Awesome.
Could always shoot this shit. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I've known this guy for a while, so it was one of those. We'll see you guys next week.